Hi, welcome back to the Themuzshop. So the other day I took him a couple of my table saw blades to get sharpened, and as I handed it to them, they looked at me and they said, why are they so dirty and why don't you clean them? You know, if you clean them, they would last longer and they would cut better. So when I came home, I got my other ones and I decided I was going to clean them. And I came into this problem that, so the cleaning is not the hard part. The hard part for me is that, what do you put them in to clean? And so I've seen online that they have these cookie sheets, people done cookie sheets, but there's a lot of area here where you need to have solution so that your teeth will be soaking. And I think that's a waste, and I didn't like that idea at all. Then in the past I've used this oil pan that you change oil with, which it works okay, but it also has this concave rim around it. Your teeth are sticking in the air. You need a lot of solution to get up to the top. So that being said, I started thinking. I said, and I came up with a solution. And that solution is to use the 5-gallon bucket. So I modified this 5-gallon bucket. So stick around, and I'll show you what I did. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the bottom off of the bucket. And I could do this on my bandsaw. If your bandsaw doesn't raise high enough, then you're going to find a different way of doing it. And there's plenty of ways of cutting the bottom off the bucket. So what I would do, though, is I would cut it no more than 2 1/4, maybe 2 inches. Once you got the bottom cut out of your 5-gallon bucket, and check out how nice the blade fits in there. This is a 10-inch blade. 12-inch won't fit, but these are good for all my blades are 10-inch. So it fits good. The only problem is that the bottom of most of these 5-gallon bucket are convex. So what I like to do is I take a heat gun, and I'm going to warm this up pretty warm so that it's really flexible, and then drop in something that will flatten it out, and then put some weight on it. And I'll put a couple pounds of whatever's laying around, and then we'll weigh it. We'll let it cool, and then it should stay nice and flat, because what it'll do is it'll bottom out on this piece right here, which is actually the same height as the brim of it anyway. So we'll get it nice and flat. That way there, when you put that liquid in there, it'll sit nice, and the teeth will all be able to soak in it really nicely. Alright, so the other thing I like to do while it's still kind of warming and there's weight in it is I'm going to make a little pour spout. So let's heat up the side here. You got to be careful because this gets hot pretty quick and you don't want to overheat it. And just get yourself like an ice pick and bend yourself down a little spout so that you can pour out your solution. Hold it there until it cools down. Alright, so now it's nice and cooled down. Let it sit for about 30 minutes. Don't need to, but maybe 10, 15. See how we did. A lot better. So as for cleaning the blade itself, there's so many products out there, and there's homemade recipes on some people use, and anything from laundry detergent to WD-40 to the CMT, and there's a bunch of them out there. This video is not even about that because I just wanted to show you how I made this little tray to make it easier. But I do use this stuff and I like it a lot. And what I do is I pour some in just so it covers the blades, the teeth, and I let it soak for at least 20 minutes. And then I come back with a little brush, toothbrush, maybe even another little stiffer nylon brush. But that's So we've been letting this sit here for at least 20 minutes, and without me doing anything, it's already been breaking up all the grime and wood pitch, I guess it would be. And that's why I think one of the most important things is the soaking. That's why I think having a soaking vessel is the best thing, because then you just come back and just start, doing a little scrubbing. And this is another reason why you don't want your rim too high, so that you could get in there. If it was up higher, your hand could get in there. So that if it's nice and low, you only need, an inch or so that it just holds enough solution. Alright, so now that you did all your cleaning, take your blade out. And drain it in there a little bit. And then proceed to whatever you do after this. Wash this off and then put some, spray some good protective coat on there. But now, remember you got your little spout here. So you're able to reuse this stuff. So this will last for many other cleans, instead of just having to throw it away or what have you. You got it for your next one. And you can strain this if you want to, or strain it on the way out, but it won't hurt anything. But your little spout there works pretty good, huh? So this worked out pretty good. So it's cheap. Those buckets are like $3-4, somewhere in there. It's a perfect size for the blade. Works out good. You don't use a lot of solution. The pour spout ended up working good. And also, if you have like a 14-inch bandsaw, which is like a 92, I think, and a half-inch blade, they fit in there perfectly too. So you could clean your bandsaw blades in this. Also, what I thought of was that if you were taking your blades to go get sharpened and you needed something to carry them in, this would work out perfect. Put a couple of them in there and take them to your sharpener. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this, and hope that it was useful to you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And I'll see you soon.